What's up, guys? This is part four of the documenting my journey until I have a nocturnal emission. So basically, I'm going to have a succubus attack me in my sleep, and I'm going to finish. I've had a succubus before. A succubus has made me nut plenty of times in my life, and I've had succubus that attack me while I'm awake. And then not only do they attack me while I'm asleep, they also attack me while I'm just chilling and wide awake. It'd be moments where I'm just chilling and then I feel something sucking me up. At first I thought it was like an alien that was just invisible, or I thought it was like a fourth dimension creature, because it just like defies three-dimensional physics. And it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's something that has to do with something that's four-dimensional that can just like reach in our three-dimensional realm and do physical things that defies three-dimensional reality that has four-dimensional properties or something. I don't know. But since this is part four of the journey, I have not jacked off, so that's good. And I'm actually feeling good about that. But one thing that I noticed is like it feels like a movie. It literally feels like a movie. Like everything that happens during this entire journey, it's like it feels like my short-term memory is better. It just feels like everything just feels like a movie almost, and like every small little detail matters, you know. And I think I think this is going to be permanent now. I think this is going to be something I do permanently. I'm not gonna lie, earlier today I was horny as fuck, and that shit had me thinking about just like letting that shit go and like giving up on the whole journey. But I was just like, fuck that shit. I'm not giving up, bro. That's just not worth it, bro. So I pretty much was just like, nah, I'm just gonna stick to my journey. So one thing for sure, I don't know, I was just talking to this girl at Publix. I was talking to this white girl, and she's like tall. She looked bad. I walked up to her and I was like, "Are you single?" She told me her name, and then this is the first time a woman has ever complimented me back. She told me she wasn't single, so when she told me that, I was just like, I'm not even gonna try to pursue her anymore because I'm just gonna respect her boundaries. But I told her she looked good, and she was like, "You look good too." And then that's when I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, I should have just like went a little bit harder. But at the same time, anytime a girl shows me any type of like, if it goes in the direction of me thinking that she doesn't want me, or she's just like not into me overly, then I just don't even try to pursue, because I feel like it's gonna be a waste of my time. So yeah, this is the first time in a long time. I think it was my pheromones. I think my pheromones were just making her feel overly going to say something like that to me. I got on this dusty ass shirt, these dusty ass pants, and I had on some flip flops. Like, I wasn't even swagged out, and she said that shit. But that's white girls for you. I feel like white girls, they're way easier to approach than black girls. It's like, you know what I'm saying? With black girls, there's just like more of a stigma that goes with them. From my personal experience, I feel like with black girls, and I can't say that. It really is like, it really determines. The deciding factor is who you're talking to. It doesn't. There's no stigma or any other thing. Fuck what I just said. Like, there's black girls that was fucking with me. There's black girls that wasn't fucking with me. It seems like the alt black girls fuck with me. Like the alternative groups, like the girl I was talking to was like an alt white girl. Seems like the alt white girls fuck with me. The ones that go for like urban shit, they don't fuck with me at all. I'm just not their steez. So I'm gonna start just going for alt girls. I feel like that's my lane. And no, the craziest part is, like, since I stopped gooning, it just seems easier to talk to women. I'm more comfortable. It's almost as if like when I stopped smoking weed and I became sober, it just felt like everything was awesome. Like everything became peaceful. I wasn't paranoid or no shit like that. And it just felt like I was going in the right direction. I love smoking weed, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, weed is kind of terrifying, bro. Like, it'll turn a normal experience into a very terrifying moment, to the point where I can't even enjoy the moment because, like, I'm over analyzing everything and stuff like that. I guess that's just me with my ADHD. ADHD is just a a whole nother topic because sometimes I'll just be chilling and then moments later I'll just become numb to everything. Like earlier today, I just felt so numb to everything. Like I just didn't even want to do anything. Music was boring me, TV was boring me. Everything was just numbing the fuck out of my existence. That shit sucked. But I'm at the skate park. I think this is gonna be my chill spot now. I think I'm just gonna come here and chill like every other day. I feel like this is gonna be the spot for me. Cause I feel like if I just sit in the house all day, I get lost in my thoughts, and then I give myself a reason to do bullshit. So I have to like stay out of the house. I can't just like get lost in the house because if I get lost in the house, I'm gonna end up gooning, and it's just gonna fuck up my whole vibe. But this shit just feels like a movie to me, bro. Why does it sound like somebody's winning my truck? This shit just feels like a movie, bro. Like, you know when movies get boring, where they have the boring scenes in movies? I just feel like I was just living in a boring scene in a movie. Like, shit just felt like a boring scene in a movie, I guess. I don't know. Life just feels like a movie since I stopped gooning and stopped smoking. It's very boring. The 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 satisfaction is very boring. The experience is overall boring. But when I do have fun and when I do feel good, it's a really good feeling. Like it feels really good. I actually in the last, what's the crazy part? If you're actually struggling with that shit, I think it's because you're just not getting any hoes. I don't know, because like since I fucking started talking to more chicks, I just naturally just like decided to stop doing it. Like last night, I picked up this chick. She's supposed to give me gas money, but she didn't give me no gas money. So it's like I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not trying to waste my money to get used, but a woman will use the fuck out of you. But overall, I used to just go to stores and just talk to women. I would just go to a store and literally just look for women and approach women all day. But now I don't even really give a fuck about a woman's opinion of having them around or even just like trying to impress them at all. Like I don't know what shifted in me, but it's just now like I got like this nonchalant attitude about myself to the point where it's just like I'm not even chasing anymore. I was at a point where I was just like chasing. That was because the porn was just making me. I just wanted the real thing so bad. I was just like, I'm getting tired of this porn shit. I want the real thing. So I would goon and then I'll go try to look for a woman in real life and then I'll get rejected and then that shit would just send me in a cycle. Just like gooning and then trying to approach women. And then the way that I approach women was like garbage because I was just like delusional too. Like I'll go up to them like with this delusional. Sometimes you gotta be delusional to approach women, but like you gotta be masculine about it. You gotta be like a real nigga about this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. This is part 4 of me finishing my goal that I set out to do. That was a horrible way to word it, but I know it's been like 4 days since I gooned. It's been about 4 days, so I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't reached the benefits yet, where I feel a difference in like my psyche. But I'm not gonna lie, like 2 days in, after you reach like 2 days in, you can already start telling the difference. Because I feel like I'm building up the energy that's in my body. And I was looking at this video where it says my body will eat the excess sperm in my body. And I feel like my body needs to do that. It needs to eat that energy. I feel like when I eat that energy, it's going to transmute into something amazing. So that's how I'm feeling. That's how I feel. I'm even like noticing things more. And like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about anymore. We just got on here to just yap on the camera for a little bit. I'm just trying to like see where my headspace is. I'm trying to like talk as much as I can to just see where my headspace is right now. So when I get like a year into like not gooning, with like going a year without gooning, then I can look back and be like, oh, okay, that's how I was thinking. That's how things were. I don't even remember the exact date that I quit. I need to like mark it down. I know the exact date when I first started. That was when I uploaded that video, my first video of nocturnal emission. So last time I did this and I went for like 3 months without gooning, I think it took like 2 weeks for me to have a wet dream, a succubus to attack me. So I'm very curious to see when is the next time I'm going to have a dream like that, because those dreams are so beautiful. And last time I had a dream like that, I actually woke up crying because I was just so lonely, and I just wanted to go back to that reality because it felt so good. But I don't know. I'm getting adjusted to my current reality, and that's just the main goal, is just to get adjusted to the reality, and pretty much just you know what I'm saying, get settled in, get accustomed to what's going on, not experiencing too much dopamine, you know, not too much excitement, just keeping regular levels of dopamine. And I feel like that's just going to benefit me the most. So that's pretty much my goal. But yep, this is part 4 of the journey, day 4. I think I'm like a week into the whole journey, like struggling, but it's been 4 consecutive days of just not engaging in that activity. So I'm proud of myself. I just want to say I'm gonna keep going, keep trying, and I guess I'm about to skate for a little bit and then take it to the crib and just kick it. Alright, so the clips that you're seeing is from the same day of me talking on the bench, but this audio you're hearing is from the next morning. So basically, I'm in 5 days of semen retention, and on the 5th day, I had my first dream where there was a woman in my dream. And the crazy part about this dream is the woman that was in my dream was about this girl named Katie that works at Publix. She used to work at Wingstop, and like I always like be friendly with her. And as of lately, I just stopped like saying hey and like being cordial, because like I just got like a vibe that like she doesn't really like me, because she never actually like says hey to me first. So it was just like whenever I see her in person, she would always just like walk past me unless I said something. So I just like took that as like she's not interested in anything with me. But anyways, she was in my dream, which is crazy. And the dream started out like Grand Theft Auto, which is crazy because right around now is when Grand Theft Auto is going to pre-order. So it's funny that Grand Theft Auto was like in my dream. Like it was like a Grand Theft Auto themed dream, you know. So in the dream, I was like controlling myself, and I was doing random activities, just driving around doing random stuff. And then I got bored, and I was like, it was like I became a modder. Like I just got mod tools, dev tools out of nowhere, and I was like, I'm gonna spawn a girl in. So then I just spawned in Katie. And then I was like, wait, I know. In my dream, I was thinking to myself, like, wait, I know her. That's Katie. And then I was like, she's just a robot, though. It's not actually Katie. Like in the dream, I was so immersed, I thought this was real life. I didn't even realize like the reality, the rules of the reality didn't make any sense at the time. I was just immersed in the dream, and I actually believe like I had mod powers where I can spawn things in. So I spawned her in, and then I had like this contraption on my waist. It was kind of like a joystick controller on my waist. It was like strapped to my shoulders, and it was protruding out of my waist, and it was like green, and it just had like controller. It had buttons, it had a joystick, and then when I moved the joystick and pressed the buttons, it would move her like I was playing her like a video game. But it wasn't like I was feeling myself move the joystick and press the buttons. It was more as if I was looking at her in third person, and I was looking from I was looking at her from second person. Basically, I was looking at her through my eyes, but I was controlling her as if I was her. So it was just like I was following her in third person, and I was like looking at myself in third person because I was like controlling her as if I was her. But I was myself in vision, but I was her in movement. So basically, we were just moving around. I was just moving around with her, and then I was like getting used to controlling her. And then it was like, for some reason, I had this urgent feeling that I need to go home. When I felt this was right around the time when I was about to wake up. It was right before I woke up. I felt this urge. So I was like, I need to go home. So I wanted to take her with me. So we end up in Conyers. This was all happening in my city. That's how crazy. That's why I thought it was real life, because I was dreaming about my city. So we end up driving. I end up getting in a car with her, and I was driving as her. And then we were just driving down the road. It was real weird. I can't remember everything that's happened at this point, but for some reason the roads just like disappeared, and they turned into like metal pipes. And then like I could see through the map, just like in a video game where the map's not loading properly. So the map wasn't loading properly, so I got scared and I got out of the car, and I was still driving as her, controlling the car as her, walking behind the car while driving her. And then So the car ended up falling, like it was like driving on the road, and then the road wasn't loading, so the car like tilted into the road, and then it's like she was about to fall into the unloaded map. So I got her out of the car, and then we ran over to IHOP over there by Walmart and Conyers, and then we were just standing there, and I was just standing there, and then I seen this other girl. Oh, now I remember what I was doing before I spawned her in. I was talking to random chicks, and I was getting rejected. And then I was like, I need to spawn a girl, and I'm getting tired of getting rejected. So that was like the main premise of the dream, just talking to chicks, right? So we went to IHOP, and then I saw this girl that I talked to earlier in the day before I spawned Katie in, and I was like calling her beautiful, and I was like trying to get to know her, and she was like, I get off working a little bit, and then she closed the door. So that was like me thinking like, oh, in a few minutes we're about to talk. And in my head I was thinking, I was like, why am I trying to talk to this girl with Katie around? But I was like, Katie's just a robot, so she doesn't care. And then some guy came up to Katie because he knew Katie, and he was talking to her. He was like, Katie, what are you doing here? We've been looking for you. And then Katie started talking. I was like, what the heck? Katie's sentient? Katie's an actual person? And then that's when I was like, I gotta let her go. I gotta release these controls of her. So it was like I released the controls, the little thing on my waist disappeared, and then Katie wasn't controlled by me anymore. And then Katie took off with the guy, and then that's when I was just like, damn. And then after that, I just started walking home, and then by the time I got home, I woke up, and I was just like, damn. It was like, that was a weirdest dream. But succubus, when you think about a succubus, who knows what type of succubus I was dealing with in this dream. But there's women in my dream, and it has to deal with like dating, and it has to deal with like being in a relationship while talking to other people. And there was never a point in time where I thought I was dating Katie. It was more just about controlling her, and it was just such a weird dream. But this is the first dream I've had where there was a woman in my dream, and it was me pursuing women romantically. And it's just like day 5, it was just like such a profound dream. I just want to document my dreams in this journey as well.